we want people to share their stories at Chronic Hope because they'd be surprised how many people are going through the same exact thing that they're going through, or they have lived it, are living it, or know someone who is living it right now. And as they share their story with us, there's a group of people out there that are willing and able to share their stories in return and encourage them and love on them and say, hey, we're here for you. No matter what it is, how small you may think your situation is, it's huge for you. It's huge for what you're going through right now in your time. And I think sometimes we minimalize, if that's the right word, for what we're going through, thinking it's no big deal. Why should people respond to what I'm going through right now? And it's far from the truth. Because for every individual, their pain is different, and it's number one on their list, and need help and need hope to get them through that day. And I know that me just having pain, for me at the time, wasn't that big of a deal. I have pain, let me see what kind of medications out there that can help me get through this day. But when you have a group of friends and even people that you're just getting to know, there to support you, it is a tremendous encouragement for me. I know it was for me to know that there was other people out there listening, praying, encouraging, and even through the distance, say, hey, I'm hugging you right now. I'm praying for you right now. And that was tremendous for me, and it is still today. Yes, I have friends that were able to come and bring a meal. That was huge. But prayer is also huge, just as huge. Even if you're not there for the person face to face, a message of hope in their answering machine and their voicemail is just as huge. The value of being an online social media group is tremendous. When we contact people all around the US and abroad, the time zones, of course, are different. Someone can be hurting at midnight when it's 9 o'clock your time. And for them to know that no matter where they are, there's someone listening at the other side of the country or the world, and they can write, hey, I'm going through this right now. And knowing that that person can write it down and have an instant comment, an instant, hey, I'm there for you, is amazing. I know it has been for me. And sometimes even when I've written things on Chronic Hope, I look at the time and I say, it's midnight, who's gonna look at this? But I'm awake, I'm up, and so I know someone else is. And even if it's just a Bible verse of encouragement, when that person is in pain and needs to get up to take medication or up to get water or up to walk around, I know that something is there waiting for them when they're needing it. And so that is the value of being online, an online social media group. That it doesn't matter the time, it doesn't matter where you are, there's gonna be someone listening, watching for you, that needs a little bit of hope at that moment, and that can spread that joy, that peace at that time when it's needed. I'd like to share a little bit more about autism, because there are so many families out there where that is their pain and they're suffering right now with their loved one. It could be a child or an adult even that is going through autism. And for every child who's going through autism is so different. The spectrum is so large that every child is different. So what may work for one child may not necessarily work for the next family. What medication may work for that child may not for that family, or even therapies. But what does help is to have someone nearby to encourage, to show that joy and peace and love, and just to wrap their arms around that family is so important. And so if you're struggling with a loved one with autism, you're not alone. For 11 years, that has been our grind. that has been our hope in the Lord, knowing that He is there for us and He loves us, even through the pain. Even when our son can't say, I love you, we know that the Lord says, I love you. And He has put that child in our life, in our path, for a purpose. And He has put that child and that loved one in your path for a purpose. We may not see that purpose right now, but in eternity, we will see the whole picture. We will see why the Lord has these children in our lives, and not even autism, but any special needs. Any child, any adult with special needs. They have been put in a special family. Whether you're a single mom or a single dad, or together and taking things day by day together as a married couple, you're not alone, and we're in this together. And there are so many avenues of therapies, speech therapy, occupational therapy, even physical therapy out there that you may not know about and just need some guidance. And if you need me in any way, feel free to reach out, because that's why I'm here for resources, and even getting a service dog for your special loved one. We were able to get a service dog for our son, and it has been a huge blessing in cutting that danger aspect of it all. Knowing that our son is tethered together with a special service dog specifically for his needs is huge. And I encourage that for when the time is right for your child or loved one, to be able to have that special companion. When the world seems to shut out your child because your child is different, doesn't necessarily mean they're alone. And there are a group of moms and dads out there that are in your same shoes and that are desperately seeking for families that are wanting community of someone to touch them and love on them and their child or loved one, that all you need to do is just say, hey, I want that. How can I find that? Direct me to be able to find that. And I know I am always available to families that are wanting that, and to lead them to other families in your community, be it through a church or a local chapter, that is always extending a hand. So you're never, ever alone.